Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. Does playing rock music with 13 strings in regular tuning affect my technique, or will I get used to it? This is one of those questions I have trouble taking seriously, but I will take it very seriously because it can be even dangerous. So we have someone who's asking us, he's playing rock music, okay, so it's not a jazz player, and he's asking if he will get used to playing with really very thick strings, 13th strings, so 0, 1, 3. Now the usual size strings used for rock music, once again, usual, not the only one, it's going to be 0, 0, 9. Above 0, 0, 9 and 0, 10, then it's 0, 11, 0, 12, 0, 13, and he's using 0, 13. So let's see if we can help him. Dear friend, get rid of those strings. Take your guitar to be set up and change them to a set of 0, 10. Especially if you are not a really advanced player with huge and powerful hands. If you're trying to play with 0, 13 strings, in most likelihood you will get injured very badly and you will ruin your hands. And now, before I get like 1,500 comments of people saying, yeah, but Stevie Ray Vaughan played with 0, 13 strings and he was doing fine, or 0, 12 or whatever. Let me start by saying that just because you have one example or two or even 10 examples in a sea of 10 million cases, this does not constitute a statistically significant sample. 10 people successfully playing and not hurting themselves with 0, 13 strings out of 10 million, that means that they were genetic mutants. So they were selected genetically for this specific trait. They had very powerful hands, and their hands could handle this kind of abuse. The other 9,999,999 people do not. In most likelihood, the person who asked this question belongs in those 9 million plus. No, he's not the one exception. So get rid of those strings. Use regular 009 or at most 010 strings, especially if you're playing in regular tuning. So many people will ask me, so why would you have like 011 or 012 or 013 strings? Well, two reasons to have them. Number one, if you're using a guitar that is tuned differently. So if I have dropped my guitar 2 or 3 half steps, then yes, I will use 11 strings. The very simple rule of thumb that I use is I will go one size up for every semitone I go down. So if I play in E flat, I will use 010 strings. If I go to D, I will use 11. If I go to C sharp, I will use 12. But there's a massive difference between using 12 strings in regular tuning than using 012 strings in detuned F3 half steps. So to make it clear, once again, change your strings and go have your guitar professionally set up to play with 009 or at most 010 strings. And this is exactly what I would suggest to you. If you were studying with me, I would stop you immediately from doing what you're doing right now, and I would very strongly suggest you go do that. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful, and I really hope this response and this video comes out before our viewer has any chance to hurt himself by using those 013 strings. I will see you next time on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. And until then, keep those questions coming and have fun shredding. Bye.